Minister for EU Affairs and Foreign Trade from Ministry of Industry and Trade, and Mr. C.C. Chen, Deputy Minister from Ministry of Economic Affairs in Taiwan. We are also happy to see Mr. Patrick Rumlar today, the representative of Czech Economic and Cultural Office Taipei, as well as Taiwan's representative to the Czech Republic, Mr. Ke Liangwei. And now it's my pleasure to welcome Ms. Martina Tauberová, the Deputy Minister for EU Affairs and Foreign Trade from Ministry of Industry and Trade, to the stage.
Good morning to everyone from Prague. Good afternoon to our dear colleagues in Taiwan and our participants from Taiwan. It is a great pleasure for me to launch the Czech-Taiwan Electrical and Electronic Industries Workshop today, co-organized by the Czech Investment Promotion Agency, CzechInvest, together with the Czech Electro Industry Association and its Taiwan counterpart TIMA, under the auspices of the economic ministries in both countries. It is really a great pleasure to see also my counterpart, Deputy Minister Chen, with us today. So I'm really pleased to also be able to say hello to a number of companies on both sides participating at today's webinar. I also would like to appreciate the work of the Taiwanese Economic and Cultural Office, TECO, in Prague, and as well as of our Economic and Cultural Office in Taipei to promote our bilateral cooperation, despite still the difficult situation in the world. I hope very much that the light at the end of the tunnel, which we see here in the Czech Republic already, will prevail, and that soon, due to the speedy vaccination, that we will be able to return to traveling and to business missions and interactions, because without the chance to really meet in person, to be able to invite a delegation from Taiwan in Prague, and on the contrary, our delegation in Taipei, in Taiwan, we are just using alternative now online channels, but it's not the same. But we're happy really to be able to use the digital tools to really keep our contacts alive and to be able to promote under these circumstances our business interactions. I would like to use my introductory remarks to highlight a few points. Obviously, it is necessary to state that Taiwan is our important partner, our important trading partner in Asia, and the Czech Republic is an important trade and investment partner for Taiwan due to its strategic geographical location here in the middle of Europe, stable economy, favorable investment conditions, and a skilled workforce. When we had the chance to meet with Deputy Minister last December during the first bilateral economic consultations, we have identified the electrical and electronics industry as one of the fields where the Czech Republic and Taiwan have a great potential for further development of our bilateral cooperation. And I would like to tell you why. I would like to bring you a few reasons from where I see the importance and the great potential for our stepped up cooperation, particularly in this field. The electrical and engineering industry is one of the most important sectors of the Czech manufacturing industry, and it is basically the second largest sector of the Czech economy. There are over 15,000 companies generating more than 13% in overall manufacturing output in the Czech Republic. The electronic and electrical components form a foundation for high added value, and the industry is a subcontractor for many other sectors of the economy, especially the automotive industry and mechanical engineering, basically the main pillars of the Czech economy. They're also critical in most final industrial products and indispensable in the overall digitalization. The pandemic and the restrictive measures in the fight against the virus, they have led to many shortages of production and supplies worldwide, and has shown us here in Europe how vulnerable and highly dependent on imports from few countries we are. And that particularly in some critical products and components and technologies. The recently presented update of the new European industrial strategy stresses the need to improve our resilience and reduce our vulnerabilities. And in this context, the reliability of the global supply chains have become an issue, as well as building up production capacities of critical products and technologies, such as semiconductors, processors, and microchips. Also, we shall focus according to the strategy, and we will really focus our efforts to increase the resilience of supply chains, or to diversify the network of our suppliers, and mainly also, and that is being stressed in discussions with our European counterparts, the need to enhance our collaboration with third countries, especially with our like-minded partners, such as Taiwan. This basically is the rationale behind today's event. We are interested in strengthening our bilateral cooperation, investment and trade with Taiwan, and without any doubt, there is significant potential, particularly in the electrical engineering industry and microelectronics. I would only repeat what has been already stated when we had our fourth economic bilateral commission, that there is also a strong push by the government of the Czech Republic to increase the innovative potential, with having approved the innovation strategy of the Czech Republic for 2019 to 2030. Where we really want to focus on stepping up of our innovative ecosystem, where we want to increase the share we allocate of share of our funds allocated to the research and development, to really raise it up to 3% of our GDP by 2030. The other speakers, particularly the representative of the invest promotion agency CzechInvest, will be able to tell you also and introduce to those companies who have so far not had any experience in doing business and investing in the Czech Republic, to tell you about the investment environment here. So I will not basically refer to this, as this will be thoroughly presented to you. But I'm really happy and glad that we have representatives of two investors from abroad, Gemtech and Winstrom Infocom, who will speak today, and from their experience and their point of view will share with us their experience with the investment environment in the Czech Republic, and could then serve as an inspiration for potential other followers. I think that the mutual information about current developments in the electro engineering industry, both in the Czech Republic and in Taiwan, about opportunities and solutions, news and advantages are very necessary and effective in acquiring new partners or expanding existing projects. So therefore, I very much welcome also the thematic presentations that will be given today by the director of the Czech Electro Industry Association, Mr. Proksch, and by the chairman of the Taiwanese TEMA Association, Mr. Richard Lee. In this context, I would like to draw your attention to the blockchain project, which is used to verify processing and data in industry and administration. This is a unique project that has no analogies in the world. And the blockchain network's operation, security, and development is provided by the joint stock company EAI Blockchain Services, a company founded and owned by Electro Engineering Association. And in Taiwan, the Advantech Corporation is involved in the project, and that's why I really felt the need to mention it. I also very much appreciate that we will be able to get acquainted with the excellent solutions of individual Czech and Taiwanese companies in the field of smart manufacturing, such as from Taiwan, Nexcom International, in the area of artificial intelligence with the Taiwanese company Tao and the Czech AI Czech company. So I'm really glad that we have really come to this point that we've succeeded in making this workshop today happen, and that I'm sure that there'll be a number of occasions where we can mutually be inspired. And I hope that many participants will decide after the workshop on the basis of today's presentations for individual B2B talks and those that will lead to fruitful discussion, and especially then to possible commercial projects. In this regard, I want to assure you of the continued support of your negotiations and future cooperation by my ministry I represent, the Ministry of Industry and Trade of the Czech Republic. In conclusion, I would like to confirm my very strong interest in organizing the 5th bilateral economic consultations. I firmly believe that, and I very much hope that this time we'll be able to physically welcome the Taiwanese delegation, including business representatives in Prague in the autumn of this year. And let me conclude again by thanking the organizers from the Ministry of Economic Affairs, from TIMA, from TECO in Prague, CzechInvest Agency, and EIA, the Electro Industry Association, for making today's event happen, and all the speakers in advance. I thank you for your presentations. I wish you all success and look forward to meeting you in person sometime soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Deputy Minister. Thank you very much for this nice opening speech. And meanwhile, I've received the information that Mr. C.C. Chen, Deputy Minister from Ministry of Economic Affairs, unfortunately cannot be here today due to unexpected agenda. However, he left us a nice remark, which I will kindly ask Mr. Richard Lee to present now, if he can.
Deputy Minister Toberova, Representative Rumlar, Representative Kerr, CEO Prox, Chairman Lee, distinguished business leaders, hello. Dobry den. I'm pleased to give remarks to today's online workshop. I believe this is the 3rd business event between Taiwan and the Czech Republic that I took part with Deputy Minister Toberova this year already. It shows the strong interest and dedication from our both sides. On this note, my special thanks should go to CzechInvest, ELA, and TIMA for co-hosting this workshop. The demand for microelectronics surged this past year as the COVID-19 pandemic accelerated a digital transformation of the way many of us work and live. Electrical and electronic industries that serve smart machinery and AIoT was one of the areas identified with great potential for our bilateral cooperation during the 4th Taiwan-Czech economic consultations, which I co-chaired again with Deputy Minister Toberova. And as you are aware, the US and China tension and the COVID-19 pandemic have prompted companies to readjust their global supply chain. Some companies are looking at moving production closer at home, while others are considering diversifying production capacity around the world. But most important is to build a trusted and reliable supply chain. Well, given the cost and uncertainty, there is little evidence of a big shift so far. But Taiwanese companies have already diversified their production lines from China back to Taiwan and to places like Southeast Asia, North America, and Europe. The Czech Republic is one of the most favored places for investment in Europe by Taiwanese companies. In fact, several Taiwanese electrical and electronic companies have already invested in the Czech Republic with a total of more than 1.17 billion US dollars and have created about 17,000 jobs in the country. Just naming a few, for instance, Honghai Precision Industries has cooperated with KKCG through joint venture to establish a data center. And Lis High-Tech Corp, another Taiwanese company, and Toth Mansdorf, a Czech company, jointly established a factory in Taichung to explore the machine tools market in Asia. Not to mention the avoidance of double taxation agreement signed between us that took effect earlier this year has created a more favorable environment for investors from both Taiwan and Czech Republic. Lastly, but certainly not the least, I have to say that our Czech friends have found a great partner to work with here in Taiwan. I'm talking about TIMA, which is a very influential association with more than 3,000 members across the industry. And Mr. Lee, the chairman, is one of the most respected business leaders in Taiwan. I can foresee that this initiative will provide a platform to all the participants to materialize the trade and investment opportunities between Taiwan and the Czech Republic. With that, I wish today's workshop a great success and everyone enjoy the fruitful and productive discussions. Thank you.
We all thank Mr. C.C. Chen for his kind of virtual presence today. It's interesting what technologies can do today, actually. I'm still amazed about that. And now it's my great pleasure to welcome on stage my dear colleagues, Ms. Teresa Horská-Matulova and Mr. Robert Kale, who will tell you something about the investment environment in Czech Republic, exactly like Ms. Tauberova already mentioned. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Let me just share the presentation with you. Okay, so I hope everyone can see it. Let me just briefly introduce CzechInvest Agency and Czech Republic Investment and Climate, and then I will hand words to my colleague who will present you a little bit more about the sector, electronic sector in the Czech Republic. So we just briefly start with CzechInvest Agency. CzechInvest Agency is an agency established in 1992 under the Ministry of Trade and Industry. And one of the main missions, of course, is to support foreign direct investment. We have several foreign offices around the whole world, with 3 of them being situated in Asia, Japan, China, and South Korea. We have a list of potential services that we are offering to our investors who are coming into the Czech Republic, from starting with gathering all the business intelligence that is necessary for our clients to know. We are the place where the investor will be consulting the financial support in the form of investment incentives. We can also prepare tailor-made property offers for investors. We are organizing the whole visits into the Czech Republic according to the needs of the investor. We also have our own database of suppliers. We are helping with joint venture or acquisitions if the investor is interested. And we, of course, have aftercare services, which means that we are also taking care of the companies which are already situated in the Czech Republic. Because we are a governmental body, we have, of course, really good connections with all the government bodies necessary for investors in order to discuss all the issues. Of course, all services are for free. Speaking a little bit about the investment incentives, you can see 3 activities that are supported by the investment incentives: manufacturing, technology centers, and business support services centers. Everyone who'll be interested to know more, please feel free to contact us. We can tell you more details about it. What are the eligible costs, what needs to be done, and so on. So please feel free to contact us. Moving a little bit to the FDI from in the connections with Taiwan to the Czech Republic. You can see that according to the numbers of projects that are situated in the Czech Republic or have been decided to the Czech Republic, you can see that Taiwan is quite in the middle with 30 projects being decided from the establishment of CzechInvest. So the number is quite high. So we are really glad for it. If we look more into the detail of the companies from Taiwan that are situated in the Czech Republic, you can see that the biggest one, of course, is Foxconn with several branches in the Czech Republic, being followed by Advantech, for example, Acer, Asus, Gemtech, and so on. Now you can see it visually on the map where are the investors located in the Czech Republic. So you can see they're really spread across the whole Czech Republic. And if we look at the sector, just confirming what has been said before, you can see that the biggest sector is the electronic component sector, followed by the similar sectors. And then, and now shortly speaking about the Czech Republic itself, to shortly introduce you the Czech Republic as it is for someone who doesn't have experience with Czech Republic yet. Czech Republic is the country situated right in the heart of the Europe, so the logistics position is really good. We are, of course, member of the all necessary international organizations. From the investment risk point of view, you can see here 2 tables comparing ourselves with the CEE region on the right side, which is the region we are usually compared to because of our neighboring countries, similar history, similar industries, and so on. So you can see we are doing really good. And also comparing with the whole world on the left side, also really high rating. And some nice words in the end for me, from the basically expats point of view. So people who move to the Czech Republic because of the work, we are on the 2nd place of the best country for expats. And from the Global Peace Index, also on the really high position on the 8th place, comparing to the whole world. So thank you very much. I'm handling now words to my colleague Robert, in order for you to introduce you more the electronics and semiconductor industry in the Czech Republic.
Thank you for the word. Dear Deputy Ministers, honorable guests, it's my great pleasure actually to very briefly introduce you the electronics and semiconductor industry in the Czech Republic. But I think that the best examples would be the companies presenting themselves, actually making their own solutions and producing products in this type of industry. But just for you to know what we are talking about when we are talking about the Czech Republic electrical and electronics sector, as was said by Deputy Minister Ms. Stauberová, it's extremely important industrial sector. It's 2nd biggest because it employs over 150,000 people, 508 billion Czech crowns in revenues. And we can say that in the Czech Republic, you can find even 15,000 companies somehow connected to the electro and electrical engineering, which actually makes Czech Republic a great supplier base for other companies actually to source the products or components as well. Next slide, please. And all of this that I was talking about is definitely based on a long tradition, and it has really long foundations because here, as you know, we are a communist country, and from 1946 to 1989, there was a state-owned monopoly on these electro and electronic companies. It was all Teslas, actually. and the factories were evenly distributed all around the Czech Republic. And actually, because there was also a very big importance from the state towards this sector, the know-how was accumulated throughout the years. And so even in this history, we were able as a Czech Republic to produce actually the cutting edge technology, even the famous Tamara radar, or other very competitive products like transistors, radio receivers, etc. And actually, this historical development created a know-how that's currently situated in Prague, Brno, and Rožnov. Please, next slide. And as you can see, the development of the know-how is actually exponentially growing. Here, except the companies, here you can find actually a great know-how in terms of skilled workers and graduates. Mainly these universities that you can see on the slide are producing several thousands of students that they are actually able to work on with cutting edge technologies in this sector. Please, next slide. And then it's also about the applied research in the Czech Republic, because here on the slide you can see the centers of excellency in the Czech Republic, which are actually the institutions really top on the Europe that you can find, and you can be connected to them and trying to maybe use the technology and maybe develop even some product, because this is what they actually do, applied research. Next slide, please. As I was actually amazed because I was with the Senate delegation in Taiwan last year, and I was amazed by the ITRI Center and also NAR Labs, by their research, especially in the photonics, but it was just from my point of view. But here in the Czech Republic, you can find also similar facilities with a great results. And as I've said before, one of these centers is, for example, SATEC, where you can find I would say pretty much everything. 52 research groups, so many square meters of laboratories. So definitely the know-how is here. And the next slide, please. And as was said from Deputy Minister Tauberova, from the state, it's actually very much supported these type of activities, actually linking the research to the application and then to real production, and also develop the study programs for specific needs of the industry. And this all creates the environment, as you can see, for instance, here in AI. And because focus of our workshop is also on applied AI. So here in the Czech Republic, I don't know if you know that, but it's a very well-known fact that the Czech Republic is one of the European AI hubs, because we've got here over 200 companies specifically doing their solutions in AI, big data, IT, IoT, etc. So it really is one of the European AI hubs. Next slide, please. May I ask for the next slide, please? And just what I was talking about is laid the foundation for all the foreign investors, which was actually very much recognized by them. And on the slide, you can see the biggest of them in terms of electronics sector or applying the electro technologies. And these were the companies that actually took action, invested into the Czech Republic, saw the possibilities, and then expanded their activities. And one of the examples is the famous company ABB. Next slide, please. Because they came to the Czech Republic and started with one plant. Now it's 8 facilities. You can see it employs nearly 4,000 people. Next slide, please. And the scope of activities is really huge because of this such strong supplier base, because of the highly educated workforce, and because of the stable economic, I would say, background. And the next slide, please. And so Actually, we don't have much time for really saying everything about the electronic and electronical sector. However, in general, what I wanted to say and trying to show you is that really in the Czech Republic, you can find many companies producing great products, making cutting-edge solutions. Actually, you will see them presenting their own products in a few minutes. And the Czech Republic in general really provides a great and stable investment environment with strong supplier base and also attractive living environment. So if you are interested in cooperation with the Czech Republic, not just in terms of investment, but also in terms of developing a new products, technologies, or trying to be connected to the market, please let us know, and we definitely would like to help you. We will be glad. Thank you very much for your attention, and I would like to pass the word to the next speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Robert, for a really nice presentation. I think anybody can contact you anytime if there is any questions or requests or anything else. Those guys are the best to answer your questions. And I would like to pass the scene now to Mr. Proksch, from the CEO from Electrical and Electronic Association of the Czech Republic, with his presentation of electrical and electronic industries in Czech Republic. Mr. Proksch, stage is yours.
So, good morning in the Czech Republic. Ni hao, good afternoon in Taiwan. I just like to check with the organizers if my presentation is shared and you can see the very first picture.
Yeah, we can see your presentation, I confirm.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, hello everyone, Ms. Tauberova, Chairman Lee. It's my pleasure, honor to be here with you. As I'd like to show in the very first picture, my personal relation to Taiwan is quite deep, and I've been to Taiwan, I don't know, 15 years ago for the first time, and then I spent there a lot of time on business and private journeys. So piece of Taiwan stayed in my heart, and piece of my heart stayed in Taiwan. So I'm very glad I can be here now. In my presentation, I will shortly introduce you what still wasn't said about the electronic industry here in the Czech Republic. And then with one concrete solution, my colleague Havle will introduce you more in detail. So, what is typical for the Czech electrical industry? You already heard some figures from CzechInvest guys and from Ms. Tauberova. In the Czech electronic, we call it electro industry, we have three most important industries or branches. It's automation, measurement, and regulation. So everything you can measure, you need for clever houses and virtual plants and so and so. Very developed here in the Czech Republic with the tradition more than 130 years is heavy current technologies. So all the drives, transformers, electricity production, and so and so. Talking about the electricity production, of course, we are not only running, but we are also able to build up nuclear power plants. What we also produce in important numbers here in the Czech Republic are the appliances, circuit breakers, distributors, and tons of others. What is very important, Czech electrical industry is mainly focused on B2B, business-to-business relations. It means that probably you cannot buy our products on the market, in the store, but we deliver our products to other industries in the world. We deliver to automotive, to machinery, to defense, military, to wood processing, to food processing, and all the other industries. What is typical for the last, I don't know, 5 years? It's, you can see on the right side of the presentation. It's a really big wave of digitalization. It started a few years ago, and now what we see, we call it Industry 4.0, and for under this umbrella world or magic world, there is a lot of concrete solutions which are developed here in the Czech Republic, as I mean real-time operating systems, special softwares, artificial intelligence, safety, security, blockchain solution, which colleague will speak later. So this is important for all the industries to stay competitive in the worldwide ratio. So, as was already said, electrical industry is the most important in the Czech Republic. Generally, manufacturing industry is almost 50% of GDP per year, and that's the highest number in the Europe or maybe in the world. We are more important than the automotive, as more than 60% of car is price of the electrical installation in the car. As were some big international subsidiaries already introduced on the map, we could see, we are here in the Czech Republic focused also on small and medium enterprises and research and development, which is done in these companies. There is a very strong net of technical universities, and you can find really at each corner a very good technical university with several faculties, not only electrical but also machinery and other. This creates a stable university industrial ecosystem, which allows you to plan for a long period your development. The role of the association in the system is quite simple and same as in all other countries. We are partner for the government to negotiate about the labor conditions, to negotiate with the trade unions, with the Ministry of Finance, discuss taxation, ecology with the Ministry of Ecology. And of course, we keep our fingers on the pulse of research development incentives and so on. What is we are proud about here, the system of associations for each industry creates unique democracy principles, which means that the companies can apply their opinion to government. So next slide. So I'm almost at the end of my part of the presentation. So what makes business successful? Of course, there is a lot of hard data, but we found out that that's not enough. That's not enough, and there is always nice if there can be something more. And this is why I started with my personal remark to Taiwan, that business is more than money. And from my point of view, and the colleague, he will highlight it as well, there is something more important, and this is the long-term relation and trust in each other. And this is the basics we can use for the common growth of both of the countries. So our association signed a memorandum of understanding with TIMA almost 15 years ago, and within this framework was made quite a lot of work. And now we are heading to the future, and we are bringing the new topic, and we believe this topic can be our common project, which can have the really worldwide impact. This is the blockchain. This is the public blockchain, which can create a digital bridge for the global business. So, ladies and gentlemen, my part of the presentation is over. So I'd like to forward the floor to my colleague Otto, who will introduce the blockchain. Thank you very much for your attention, and of course I stay with you at the presentations.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce myself first. I am chairman of the board and CEO of company R.O.C Blockchain Services. But at the beginning, At the beginning, let me remember my small professional anniversary. This year, I have been collaborated with Taiwan for 30 years. I am the founder and co-owner of company FCC Industrial Systems, and we concluded our first distribution agreement with Taiwanese company Advantech in 1991. Then we have been collaborated with several other Taiwanese company, but Advantech was the first. But my present job is blockchain. You know that blockchain is one of the pillars of the temple of industry for all. There are robotics, artificial intelligence, and blockchain. Okay, robotics, AI, it is okay, but blockchain, what is industrial blockchain? It is blockchain like in cryptocurrencies, in volatile world of finances. No, because industrial manufacturing is based on process, on measured, evaluated, and certified process. It is not work of finances. So we need a blockchain certified and controlled our whole life cycle. And this kind of blockchain delivers blockchain services. You can see the letters of LEA in the logo of our logo. Because the Electrotechnical Association is our founder and only owner. And I think it is very good that associations like our will provide access to innovation, access to new technologies like a blockchain, not only for the members of association, but for every whole industry. Our company provides the blockchain, not only gateway to cryptocurrency blockchains like Ethereum and so on. We build industrial consortium type blockchain based on Hyperledger Fabric technology, and it is, I think, only blockchain which meets the requirements of the industry. I mentioned consortium blockchain. What is it? It is the blockchain of the future. It is not anonymous public blockchain of cryptocurrencies, unpredictable, unstable, providing distributed authority by a slow and expensive process. And on the other hand, it is not fully private blockchain or owned by one subject, which is just a safe database, not a distributed authority as required from blockchains. Consortium type blockchain is controlled by consortium group of trustworthy publicly known subjects. They issue a community behavior rules, and these rules are implemented as immutable software processes. So the roles and rights of consortium members are defined. For example, there is no possibility to overtake control over blockchain. It is not possibility to switch off blockchain. It is not possibility to change software. This type of blockchain provides high safety and strong public authority. it is ELA blockchain. By the way, for example, Amazon will change his public blockchain from Ethereum to Quorum, which is also the consortium type blockchain. I think that it is really blockchain of the future. You can see that that the subject, the node owners can be various, but it is not either. It is really blockchain which is running in the Czech Republic. There are industrial companies like IBM, lawyers officer, inspection, certification association for Steve, professional association, universities, and even government offices like Czech Ministry of Industry and Trade. So it means that Czech Republic has become an interesting laboratory of industrial blockchain, even supported by government. You can see the public list of blockchain nodes. It is in the website. But back to Taiwan. ELA Blockchain Services is an expanding company and seeking for partners and investors from abroad. And we are interested in expansion mainly in regions like Asia, Central and South America and Africa. Why? Because these regions are open to adapt new technologies. Europe is a little overregulated, and innovating here is a little difficult. What is the main reason? That blockchain is the technology for joining subject from different region, different people mentality, a different culture and legal system, because it is just the unifying technology. And blockchain provides the public authority independent on government, notary services, banks, and so on, which can be different in different countries. We started our expansion, our collaboration to the Asia Pacific region. Again in Taiwan, we closed the collaboration with Advantech, and our basic application, notary type application, blockchain notarius, is integrated into WISE platform, which is running by Advantech, and we have our application in the Chinese language. So we are certainly seeking for partners and investors, because ELA Blockchain Services is now leaving the stage of successful small startup, and for further development we need certainly the money, but what we need more urgency are competencies to enter the international market. We are mature for this because we have certified IT structure and certified processes. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, certified processes. So what are the benefits for?
Pane Kajle, sdílíme nebo ne, prosím?
Teďka sdílíte kompletní obrazovku, ale klidně to takto můžete nechat.
Děkujeme.
In our benefits for investor, I think that it is providing blockchain platform for building many blockchain of various type in the industrial environment. And concerning the competitive advantage, I think it is ahead of the game, because ELA Blockchain Services in present is, I think, only company in Europe able to deliver industrial blockchains to the industrial environment, and the way which is required, which is usual in this environment. It means certified and with full control over the whole life cycle. So it is nearly the end of my presentation. Possible events and strategies is quite important because we have built our company as engine containing all necessary infrastructure, processes, and so on, and it can be inbuilt in present company which would like to start with this blockchain business, and also it is possible to create a new company fully dealing in the blockchain business, adding the acquired competencies. So it is the end of my presentation. Thank you for attention. For the people who are interested, we are certainly able to provide pitch deck and brochures and other materials, and contact certainly our shareholder, which is Electrical and Electronic Association of the Czech Republic. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is all from our side. I asked the organizers to share our presentations to all of you. So do not hesitate to contact us with the general information about the Czech Republic and the Electronic Association, and the blockchain solution we deliver to the whole world. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you to both speakers from Electrical and Electronic Association of the Czech Republic. Thank you very much for your presentation. Before we will continue, I would like to say that we might postpone the second block by 10 to 15 minutes, depending on the rest of the presentations, because it seems that we are a little bit after the schedule. But right now, I would like to give the floor to Mr. Richard Lee from Taiwan Electrical and Electronic Manufacturers, who should be now on stage. Mr. Lee, the stage is yours. I'm apologizing. I think if you are speaking, the microphone is off. Please switch it on. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now we hear you. I confirm. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Deputy Minister, Ms. Martina Toporova, Director General, Mr. Zhang Mingbin, Ambassador Ke Liangrui, Ambassador Patrick Romler, Director Ms. Teresa Motolova, and my very good friend, Dr. Jen Prox. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning in Czech Republic and good afternoon in Taiwan. My name is Roger Liao. I'm the Vice President of TIMA. On behalf of Mr. Richard Lee, Chairman of TIMA, and the President, Mr. Joseph Lin, I would like to say thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share my views on Taiwan's electrical and electronics industries in today's workshop. Before I begin, I would like to take a moment to thank the organizers for hosting this meaningful event and for inviting TIMA to be the co-organizer. I would also like to thank all the participants for joining today's online workshop. For those of you who are not familiar with TIMA, I prepare a slide for your reference. Okay. TIMA stands for Taiwan Electrical and Electronics Manufacturers Association. We are founded 73 years ago in 1948. With our 3,006 membership, we are recognized as one of the largest industrial groups in Taiwan. The electrical and electronics industries in Taiwan contribute tremendously to Taiwan's economy. In 2020, you can see this chart. In 2020, the production value and export value from TMA's industry accounted for about 60% of Taiwan's total production and export value as well. And the TMA's role is to act as a bridge between the government and our industries. In the past year, we have had many exchanges with the Czech Republic, even under the pandemic. We originally planned to organize a delegation to visit the Central Europe, including Czech Republic, in March in 2019. However, it got postponed due to COVID-19. But we still plan on visiting once the situation allows. Besides visiting government officials and our counterpart association, such as ELA, we are also planning to visit our member companies who have operations locally in Czech Republic. Taiwan companies such as Advantech, AUO, Delta, Lydon, Foxconn, Gemtech, Gigabyte, Inventec, Kista, Taton, Wistron. Those TMA member companies have set up operations in Czech Republic. I also have the honor to have met Mr. Milos Vystrčil, President of Senate of the Czech Republic, when he visited Taiwan at the end of August last year. Director Ms. Matarova and Mr. Kale from CzechInvest were also with the delegation. During our meeting, we came to a mutual understanding and agreement that there are many areas for collaboration between TMA members and the Czech Republic, especially in the ICT sector. Currently, Taiwan is a world driving force in many ICT sectors, such as semiconductor foundry, IC packaging, and the testing, designing, etc. And also laptop, desktop PC, PCB motherboard, mobile device, wireless network, service, and also LCD panel, CCL, etc. In terms of market, the United States still holds the largest market in the ICT sector, accounting for 31% of the world's total market. However, the EU market holds about 19%, and China has about 11%. In the past, many Taiwan companies focus heavily on the US market, since it is the largest and is capable of placing big orders. Therefore, there are many companies have neglected European markets and are now redirecting their strategies to diversify their customer portfolio. If these companies can secure the United States, the EU, they will have 50% of the world's market share. Now, I would like to talk about the current status and the future trends. In the 1990s, many Taiwan companies went westbound to invest in China for its cheaper labor cost and great incentives. At its highest point, close to 90% of Taiwan's manufacturing capacities was in China. But since around 2017, companies began to move out from China, relocating to other parts of the world. And the US-China trade war sped up the process. Manufacturing is back to the center of global economic stability. Localization, diversification, and the resilience are the key attributes for the new global supply chain. China is still the largest manufacturing base for Taiwan companies, accounting for around 70%. But the number is dropping. In the future, I believe that 50% of our capacity will remain in China, while 25 to 30% will be in Taiwan and the other ASEAN countries, and the 20% to 30% will be in the United States and the European. Now I would like to briefly introduce TIMA's function for your reference. You see, TIMA is the bridge between our 3,000 members and the government. We provide the industrial service, international affairs service, mainland China affairs service, exhibition service, and the digital service, etc., to our members. We also set up several important committees to help TIMA member company to develop the latest technology, as well as the market information. We also set up several so-called alliances. You can see on the slide. I can say around 20 years ago, because TIMA set up a so-called notebook PC alliances, we gather the R&D institutions such as ITRI, and also we gather the motherboard makers, components maker, power supplies maker, PCB maker. Together with the ICT strengths, we set up the so-called notebook PC kingdom in Taiwan. That's because 30 years ago, TIMA set up the notebook PC alliances. Now we are doing the same thing. We are also set up the so-called industrial alliances in many sectors, many fields, to help TIMA member company to catch the business opportunity in the future. You can see TIMA also organizes several international exhibition missions to participate in global trade fairs. We participate in the global trade fair annually, more than 100 exhibitions all over the world. In Czech Republic, we also participate in two very essential exhibitions, in Praha and in Brno. This is our global pavilion image for your reference. And we also host the offshore exhibition this is in Myanmar. And we also host several international forums. And during the pandemic period, we can host the online workshop like today's workshop. And TIMA also have international allies. So far we have more than 135 international allies all over the world. And you can see here in Europe, our most important partner is ELA, today our co-organizer. Okay, this we also do so many the global connection and the networking and the collaborations. Okay, and the middle side is TIMA chairman, Mr. Richard Lee. We do a lot of international link. This picture is we work with India friends. Now India friends are suffered. TIMA member company also they are also invested in India recently. Okay, this picture is in I think in Indonesia. We do hope in the coming future we can organize the delegation to Czech Republic. Okay. Okay, because China also is a very essential market. We set up more than 10 liaison offices in China. And the team also set up a branch office in Tokyo, Asabu Juban. Maybe in the coming future, if TIMA members need, we will set up the branch office in Europe or United States. Well, if TIMA members need TIMA service. And I'm very lucky. We have a very good team. Our TIMA colleagues can speak several languages. So the international inquiries are most welcome to TIMA. We can serve our customer for our members. Thanks. Thank you for your patience.
Many thanks to Taiwan, to TIMA. Really appreciate it. Actually, I really appreciated your video conference equipment because it looks quite unique and specific. I really like it. It's a nice one. Thank you very much again. And I would like to pass the stage to Mr. Cheney Hall.
Hello, yes.
Advantech, who will talk about industrial operation.
Okay, hello. Good morning and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cheney Ho. I'm the Executive Board Director of Advantech. Thank you for our partner, FCC Chairman Otto. He mentioned many times about Advantech. Okay, so please allow me to ask my secretary to put my slide on. Today, in the next 10 to 15 minutes, I'd like to share with you my viewpoint about the collaboration between Czech Republic and Taiwan. I have been to visit Czech Republic for 2 or 3 times since 1990s. So I enjoy the good scenery and also the very friendly people from Czech Republic. And also Advantech have an office in Czech Republic. So it's really a good opportunity for me to be here to share with you my viewpoint about how we can achieve the collaboration between Taiwan and Czech Republic. Roger, can you have your step to put my slide on?
You didn't. You mentioned you cannot.
Yeah, my slide. Okay.
Okay, I help. No problem. Help.
Give me a. Okay. Give me one moment. Okay. Okay, my slide is on.
Yeah,
here you
I
are.
confirm.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so my name is Cheney Ho. So next slide, please. Next slide. Hey, Zhang Yiwen, when?
From your secretary. This is from your secretary, Mr. Ho. 这是你秘书放的。
Okay, next slide.
I cannot see it. Can you control from your side? Or the event organizer, can you help control?
Okay.
So who is control my slide now?
We will take over the controlling of your slides. So please say slides, next slide, and we will take care of it. Yeah? Thank you.
Can you go back? Can you go back? Thank you. I'm sorry. Okay, let me very briefly introduce about Advantech. Advantech was established in 1983 at Taiwan. Next page. And we have about 8,000 global in 27 countries. We have 3 manufacturing sites, one in China, one in Taiwan, and one in Japan. And we have a service center in 14 countries. Next. This is our business distribution. North America is our biggest sales region with the 29%. China, the second one, with the 24%. Europe, we have about 16%, and Asia have another 19%. So we are quite diverse our business globally. Next. Talking about Europe, because Czech is Central Europe. So we established our office in 1993, and that's the time we meet up with the FCC, Mr. Otter, to build up the distribution ship for his business in Czech. Our headquarters located is the Eindhoven, Netherlands, and we have 14 offices in 10 countries. We have more than 500 employees in Europe. Next. And we have 3 service centers in Europe, one in Eindhoven, one in Warsaw, and one in Munich. Next. About our presence in Czech Republic. Okay, so last year we have a good business with 25% growth. It's about $16 million. It's not big compared with our global total 2 billion business. $2 billion. It's not big, but we have some employees in Czech Republic, including R&D. We have one R&D center at Brno. Okay, and we have a sales office in UTIS. So totally, and in Czech Republic, we focus on the 4G, 5G, LTE, cellular router, and gateway. And this is the site we design all the 4G, 5G, cellular router, wireless router, and export to global countries. Next. So as the Otto has mentioned about Advantech WisePass. WisePass is a pass platform to provide from device to cloud connectivity. So we collect all the data from device and reorganize the data. And also we provide the AI framework service and also all the data storage service, and allow all the data be stored at the cloud like Amazon or like Azure. So this is the our WisePass Cloud. It's basically this is a platform for Industrial 4.0 kind of application. Next. And regarding the Industrial 4.0, I heard the representation from Sam Proct that Czech Republic is also very strong in Industrial 4.0, especially you are very strong level to German. And German is very strong also in Industrial 4.0. I understand in many of your university has the expertise in Industrial 4.0. So for Industrial 4.0, we provide the production line control, online monitoring and process, and also intelligent GPS application, and also Hyundai motor manufacturing. This is all of the application we have in Czech Republic. Next. And we have some very important and notable customer in Czech Republic. For example, we have a channel partner FCC. This is the company created by Otto, Mr. Otto. And we have the Smartcon and also Bluecon. And we have some key account like Siemens, ABB, Hyundai, Kia, Nexon, and Continental, all the automotive company. And also we have a smart infrastructure company like a Cimec, started for own transportation, and also some of the system integrator. So we have quite a few important customers in Czech Republic. Next. Okay, so talking about the WISE-PASS partner. So this is our WISE-PASS partner in Czech Republic, including the passengers and the cable lens. Probably you know those companies very well. Next. Otto just mentioned about the blockchain notaries under ELA. And I understand that Otto, when he visited Taiwan last year, he has an intensive discussion with our chairman, Casey Liu, and also our CTO, Alan Yang, regarding the collaboration between blockchain notaries with WISE-PASS. And those companies, we have a rich agreement. So at this moment, you can find the Lotus blockchain under Advantech WISE-PASS, WISE Marketplace. Means all our global customer can order blockchain, Lotus blockchain service through our website. Next, I'd like to share with you one of the very important example. Next, for blockchain. So this is the how the blockchain work with the WISE-PASS through the API interface to allow these two blockchain cloud service together with the Advantech WISE-PASS cloud service through the API. So this is the example how this blockchain application work with our WISE-PASS. Next. And this is the example. You know, recently, because of the pandemic, the vaccine become very, very critical critical for every country. Even nowadays, Taiwan is have a serious breakout. So we are eager require for vaccine. And you know, most of the vaccine are produced in Europe or in US. During the transportation, they need to have very good cold chain protection, storage. Otherwise, the quality of vaccine will be destroyed. So how do you know that along the way when they transfer from Europe to Taipei, all the cold chain condition is in quality control? So we can correct it. We use the sensor. You can correct all the data all the way along the journey, and you can compare. That you can send the data to the blockchain website, Notice blockchain, to make sure that all the data are not modified. Make sure that the quality of the cold chain is in good condition. So next. I'd like to share with about also Roger has already highlighted many of strengths of Taiwan. So I like to share with you from a different angle. For Taiwan, I think our strategic focus of our industry is the three areas. First one is the industry with the high mix, low volume, high customization. like IPC, IoT, AI, or precision material machinery. This is our Taiwan industrial focus. And second one is with the very complicated process industry, like a semiconductor, LCD or IC design. Those processes are very long and complicated. And Taiwan has the ability, we have a good engineer and a good techniques and management to control, to handle the complicated process industry. And last one is the advanced technologies like AI, EV car, autonomous drive. Those are the strategic focus of Taiwan industrial. Next. And as you understand, Taiwan had a very leading position in semiconductor. So Taiwan alone has more than 63% of the global manufacturing, especially at the advanced process. Taiwan even has more than 82% of all the advanced semiconductor technology. Next. And as you probably also know that in the past 20 years, Taiwan has built as the kingdom of all the PC, notebook, and computer. So in wireless cable terminal, ADSL, and 4G router, PC, mobile phone, we are ranked at the global #1 or #2 or #3. Next. Okay, and also in terms of the machinery is the core for all the military and also all the industrial. So Taiwan traditionally we have a very strong machinery industry in Taiwan. We are ranked at either #4 or in the global wood machinery and also machine tool. We are ranked at the #4 in the world. Next. And in terms of the EV market, you probably don't know that 75% of the Tesla mobile component was supplied by the Taiwanese company in Taiwan or manufacturing in China. So this EV market is coming very important market for Taiwan because we have a very good machinery industry and we have a very good electric and electronics industrial technology. Next. And also this is very important because our president has announced that Taiwan will become a non-nuclear power country by 2025. So we need to produce more than 5 gigawatt green energy by 2025. So along that, the offshore wind energy become very, very critical and important. So in the next few years, you will find Taiwan has a very strong infrastructure for the offshore wind and energy industry. Next. And the government has a very strong industrial innovation program to support all the private sector, including the biotech and the pharmaceutical industry, smart machinery, green energy, national defense, Silicon Valley, Asia, Silicon Valley, new agriculture, and circular economy. So those are the areas that our EOV, the economic of Ministry of Economic and also National Development Council, they've put very strong focus on those innovation program for industrial development. Next. And you mentioned about AI is very also in Czech. I saw you in no matter in the University of Prague or University of Brno, you have also incubate many AI talent. Taiwan also, we have a Taiwan AI academic. So far we have accumulated more than 1,000 of the AI expert from industrial. So this is the creator of AI nurturing of talent in Taiwan. So I saw Czech Republic also have this kind of initiative. So probably those two countries can sit down together to exchange idea, even exchange the talent and how to work together to make AI as the strength of these two countries. Next. Okay, and in the coming 5G era, I think Taiwan also have a very strong infrastructure, including the chipset manufacturing, small cell base station, antenna, microwave, power supply, module and gateway, and also the handset and terminal. So in the coming 5G, 6G era, Taiwan will also not absent. We definitely will be play an important role in this area. And I understand that wireless technology in Czech Republic is also very strong. So this is one of the areas that these two countries, Taiwan and Czech Republic, can sit down and to see how we can work together to become a global player. Next. Okay, so why not? Why Taiwan? Because same as the Czech Republic, we have a very high quality of labor, and we have a very strong industrial cluster in Taiwan. Also, Taiwan is only a small island, but we have many, about 7 to 10 industrial cluster to support our private industries. And also the government, our government has many incentive programs to encourage, to guide the industry to develop the future technology, especially in AI and 5G. Next. So talking about how we can work together, I think Czech Republic is also not a big country. So you only have a 10 million population. It's about 45% of Taiwan. But you have a bigger space. You have a double space of Taiwan. And your GDP have a very good, strong growth in 2020 with a 5.1% growth. And very important is 50% of your GDP is from manufacturing, which is higher than Taiwan. Taiwan only have around 30% of GDP from manufacturing. So your Czech Republic and Taiwan are very, very highly industrial country. So in conclude that these two countries have some common and complementary position. We both are very small but democratic country. This is very important. Okay, so both are small but democratic, and we have a high quality and innovative of talent. Both countries has good quality and innovative talent, and both countries are leading in Industrial 4.0. And you also have very strong automobile. We have a very strong in machinery, and also you also very strong in wireless technology. And as you know, Taiwan is the strong base for semiconductor. But as I understand that European Union already set the direction that in the next 3 years you are going to invest more than 146 billion of Europe to invest on the new IC manufacturing. And I believe this is a good opportunity for both Czech Republic and Taiwan, because Taiwan has already have a very comprehensive ecosystem for semiconductor industry. So we can work together for that. And more important, I think you are lucky because Czech Republic is a lovely country. I really enjoy my my vacation in Prague city, and I saw many new bride couple from Taiwan to take their honeymoon trip in Prague. So Prague probably the one of the leading country where Taiwanese like to travel. So same as Taiwan is a good place for tourism. So this is I found some common and complementary between Czech Republic and also Taiwan. And my last slide. Next. My last slide is there's some possible collaboration between Czech Republic and Taiwan. First one is the AIoT. Industrial 4.0, smart manufacturing, smart healthcare, and also COVID-19 preventive and protection software and hardware skill. So in this, we are quite strong. And second area is the machinery and EV, electronic vehicle key component. For example, motorbike. I saw recently the motorbike become very, very popular in Europe. One of the leading company in Taiwan is the Giant. They already set up their manufacturing in Hungary to support the European market. So in Taiwan, we still have a number 2, number 3, and probably you can attract those automobile bike cycling company to establish their assembly line in Czech Republic. And also, I mentioned already for the semiconductor ecosystem, like IC design, packaging, and the testing material. And last one is the both countries have an innovative talent. And those innovation talent, they are like to start up their innovation. So probably Czech and Taiwan can form up kind of a startup soft landing program to allow the young startup team to exchange the idea or exchange the working location for some period of time to try to find the opportunity for collaboration. Okay, so this is something I suggest. And my last slide next is, I believe the world will become better together with Taiwan. So I wish we Czech Republic and Taiwan can work very closely to make a better tomorrow. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cheney Hall. It was a very interesting presentation, and I especially admire the part of the combination of tourism and business together, because I think really Czech Republic is one of the countries where you can do both, and it's always nice to combine nice things with work. So thank you very much for the last presentation of this block. We are really a little bit after the schedule. So I would like to ask all of you now to log off from the Teams, go back to Eventia, and go directly to the second block and click on the link of the second Teams link, and we will immediately follow with the next presentations. See you in 30 seconds. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.